do a video today just because I just did a breathing video and that took up a good amount of my time, and I'm ready to be outside. I've got so much to do and I want to be out enjoying the sunshine, but my body really needs this. So when you're tempted to just skip and not do it, even 10 minutes on your mat will make you feel better, and everything else that you're doing for the day, your body will just cooperate. Yesterday I worked outside and I'm so glad I did that yoga flow beforehand, because I was noticing that it wasn't as much of a struggle for me to move. I was able to squat, bend over, lift things, and not struggle as much as what I normally would do without a practice beforehand. So get on your mat before you do anything and just open the body up, stretch it out, get it functioning, get synovial fluid going through the joints. It wants to work for you, so help it work for you by taking good care of it. So today we're going to use the wall. So since this is a no props week, I'm trying to incorporate things that you have at home that you could use to give you a deeper stretch. Since this is flexibility week, we want deep stretches. A wall is one of the best props that we have. It's not going anywhere. It's going to completely support you, and there's just so much to be done with the wall as well. So we're going to use the wall a lot. So set your mat up next to a wall. If you've got things hanging up, you might want to take them down. I've seen some yoga fails where people have kicked stuff off of the walls before. You don't need a ton of space. I don't need a bunch of space. We are going to straddle, so if you can just find space that's wide enough for your legs to straddle, that's about as wide of a space as what you need. A hallway is an amazing place for a practice. I saw somebody set their mat up with their little computer and down their hallway, and their mat like had a little bit of space on each side, and it's just perfect. So set yourself up and against the mat. So the yoga playlist today is Chillin'. It's one of my favorite playlists. It's just got some of my favorite songs on it, just a good chill mix, and helps you be in that mind of a flowy body, loosening, opening. So anyway, let's get going. So we're going to start off with breathing. If you're still struggling with your breathing, I posted a breathing video. Work through that breathing technique. It's going to help you in all of life. We want to strengthen the lungs. You don't want to be able to grasp, have to fight for air. You want to be able to fully expand those lungs and detoxify those lungs. So let's just start to center. Have an attitude of gratitude today. Have a grateful heart today. The sun is shining, the warmth of the skin hitting the sun. Wherever you're at, I hope the sun is shining for you. It's shining here for me. Get out and get grounded today. If you have nice weather, get those bare feet on the ground. Earthing is so important for the body. So let's cloud out all the distractions. Oh, let me help you with the music. I started my music. Let's go back. Let's hit the first song on that Chillin' playlist in 3, 2, 1. This is one of my favorite breathing songs. It actually says, "My love is just a reminder, find your center." So let's exhale everything out. Start your Ujjayi breath, drawing in through the throat, really soft. Keep your breath to yourself. And exhaling, I know that was a really long breath. to take your inhale, your exhale. I'm going to do all long breaths today. Inhale again. If you need to do 10 in the amount of time that I do one, do 10. Try to do as few as you can. Starting my exhale. Last inhale, really long, really soft, really slow. And rolling the head from side to side. If you want to take it all the way around, you can. I don't particularly love that, but some people do. Keeping those shoulders really low, stretching out the neck. And bringing up center, shoulder rolls. Inhale, pull way up into the ears, pull way back, opening up across the chest, draw way down, and then bring the tips of the shoulders forward, rounding out the spine. So the biggest circle you can make, keeping the arms tight to the body. Inhaling up into the ears. Exhaling down. 2 more times around. Inhale up. And exhale down. One more time, inhaling up. Exhaling down, rotate it the other way. Inhale up. Bringing everything forward and exhaling down. Inhale, draw back. Pull up. Forward. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale one last time around. Inhale. And exhale. And pulling the ribs side to side. Pull a little bit further over each time you go. So as you start to feel the spine loosen up, pull the ribs further over. Bring it center, roll the ribs around. So the belly is rolling around, kind of like a belly dance type thing. So you're just working the rib cage around. We're massaging those internal organs. We're loosening up the spine. You should feel that in your low back, in your core. Rotate the opposite direction. Across that left leg, dropping the chest toward that thigh. Left arm is behind you and reach nice and long. Opening up into the hips, getting a little bit of a side body stretch. One more breath. that chest into that thigh, reaching really long. Keep crawling the fingers long. And draw that up. If you're sitting on your blanket, go ahead and take that out from underneath you. Pulling the right foot through, deep seated spinal twist today. So the knees right straight in front of your chest. Step that left foot over. You're rocking over onto the right hip. Left hand behind you, and you can either hug the knee in because we want to keep the knee going up toward the ceiling, or the elbow to the outside. Now, if your knee wants to lean out a lot, these hips are super tight, just keep the foot on the other side of the leg and squeeze it in and twist. Lift the chest up nice and tall, straight spine, exhale, twist it around. And exhale. And one more breath. Deepen that twist so that arm is pulling into that leg to give you a little bit of twisting leverage. Bringing it back in front, big toe bind, first two fingers. Big toe, exhale, lengthen out. Now you have length through your shoulder socket. Always remember that. You can lengthen and buy yourself some length there. If that knee is still bent, don't force it straight. We're just working it. Open, so exhale, pull the leg a little straighter. If this hamstring feels super tight, just back off of it. It's stretching. You don't have to keep forcing it. If your leg is already straight and you need to deepen the stretch, you can bring it up towards your face. You can even use both hands. One more breath. Right hand goes to the outside of the foot. Left hand behind you, twist open. And we're going to pull that foot in and stack those knees, cow face. I like to wiggle in, both butt cheeks on the mat. So adjust yourself to wherever you can to get both butt cheeks down. So if you need to sit on something to elevate those hips so that both butt cheeks can be down. If you're leaning heavy on one side, that means your hips are probably too tight. Either let the legs slide like this or sit on something. And then exhale, chest comes forward. Nice flat back. We're going to open up the shoulders, eagle arms here, so you can do the binding twist, which is the posture, the arm posture for this cow face. I can't do that without a strap, so I like to do eagle arms. So my left leg is on top, so my left arm is going to be on top. Cross the elbows, wind the arms up, fingers pressing into the palm and lifting elbows. And you can stay right here or hinge forward in the hips, bringing those triceps to the knees and let your chest sink into those thighs. One more breath here. And release. Switching it out. So pulling the left knee through, stepping the right foot over or keeping it on the inside of the shin. Lift it up nice and tall. And exhale, twist it around. Exhale, deepen that twist. And one more breath. Bringing it back center, big toe bind, first two fingers. Grabs the big toe, exhale. This one's a little tighter for me, so it might take me a few breaths to get my legs straight. Remember, length through that shoulder socket. Exhale, pull it straight, or if that leg straightens, you can start to pull it up towards your face. Keep the chest lifting up, don't round out your spine. Left hand to the outside of the foot, right hand goes behind you. It can go to the outside of the leg too. And lift the chest up nice and tall and twist open. And cow face, stacking those knees, wiggle yourself into place. Make sure both butt cheeks are on your mat, grabbing hold of those toes, sinking the chest forward. And either your binding stretch here, switching arms if you did this stretch, or eagle arms, right leg is on top, so right arm's gonna be on top, crossing those elbows and lifting the fingers toward the ceiling. And we're either gonna stay here or hinge forward, bringing the triceps to the knees and dropping the chest into those thighs. One more breath here. And bringing that up. Uncross that. Let's take it into a child's pose. So booty goes all the way back to the heels. Let the chest drop through, reaching those fingers long. One more breath here. Alright, so a gentle opening with the back. So if you have your blanket handy, a firmer blanket's going to be good. A pillow is kind of soft unless it's a firm pillow. I just kind of fold my blanket. These Mexican blankets are really, really great because they don't have a lot of give. So we're going to open up that back gently. So roll your blanket, make a log with it. Knees stay bent, and you're just going to arch the spine over that. Arms can be wherever you want. I like to tip my knees side to side while that back is starting to open up. Relaxing in the hips, letting my belly soften. Let those knees fall further and further over to the side each time. Let's let those knees drop all the way over to the left. Right knee dropping as low as you can let it drop. Inhale those knees up and exhale to the right, letting that left knee drop down as far as it'll go. Chest stays squared up toward the ceiling. Inhale those knees up, exhale out to the corners of your mat. One more breath here. Sliding those feet up, lift the hips, take that blanket out, and squeezing those knees up into the chest, up into the armpits. So if your head is tipping back like this, then you want to place the blanket underneath your head to lift that, or back off of the knees a little bit. Squeeze them in as tight as you can and keeping that spine neutral. Rolling the ankles around both directions. on the floor, arms down beside you. Bring those heels up to the middle fingers. Exhale, rolling up. Tuck those thumbs underneath your hips, pressing up into hip bridge. Take another breath and exhale, push up a little bit higher. Maybe you can get those fists underneath there. And one more breath. Exhale, push a little higher. And bringing that down, squeezing those knees in. One more time. Anytime we do back bending, we counter like this somehow. And bringing that up. I'm going to roll and turn toward the wall. So I'm going to shimmy up to where my elbows are right underneath my shoulders, but my fingertips are just touching the baseboard. So elbows are right underneath my shoulders for good stability, good width apart. Relax that upper body. And then you're just going to press up with the hands. So the elbows stay tight in, they don't flare out. The elbows are just going to pull straight up, tip your head back. We're starting a stretch. Let the shoulders lower, unclench the booty, soften your belly. And bringing that back down. We're going to bring the arms up and let the chest fall through. Relax in the head, neck, and shoulders. Sliding the hands down just a little bit, and then exhale, press from the wall. So if that pubic bone is pushing into the mat too much, you're going to need to just pad it up with a blanket. Soften the booty, getting a nice deep low back stretch. Push the hands down a little bit more and push the back up. Make sure the booty is soft. Lowering that down. We're going to slide up a little bit more to where the elbows are going to be touching the baseboards. Hands. Fingers are nice and wide. Elbows are shoulder width apart. Take a breath, and with your exhale, push from the wall. And soften the booty. Let the shoulders drop out of the ears. We're going to walk the hands up the wall and drop through. And bringing that down, take it back, sink it back into a child's pose. Relax arms, arms sink behind you. Let that low back release. And bringing that up to standing. We're going to do our first half sun salutation from the wall. You can get a lot of benefit from the wall doing chaturangas from the wall. So face your wall. Mountain pose. Inhale, fan those arms up. Exhaling, bring the hands to the wall. Let the chest drop through. tiny step forward, hands straight out from the shoulders, elbows down. Chaturanga, so tuck the pelvis in, bring the elbows right next to the body. Now let your chest and belly sag to the wall, and then press with the hands. Bring it back up, elbows stay tucked in, tuck the pelvis up. Chaturanga, elbows right next to the body. Now sink the belly through, tip the head back.